Well, everybody, you tempt the Holy Father, you tempt the Holy Son, you tempt the Holy Eve. I'm just John. I am just fucking John. And I'm just livid because I fucking feel the frictions between the earth and Satan and Eve. And whenever I feel frictions, you're gonna get high karate on earth as it is in heaven. Ha ha! Because God from heaven, as on earth as it is in heaven, He wants it fucking nice. And now you've got the polar vortex coming down from where? The north to hit the east coast. I hope it hits on that side of the United States because I like it over here. If you notice, I'm in my motorhome and I'm having nice weather around me right now, and that's what usually happens. And when I go in the Rama, you may live through trauma with a whole bunch of rain dumping on down here on you. And I really hope the polar vortex don't come over this way because I gotta deal with goddamn coldness too, and so will you. It rains on the just and the unjust every day. I see the professor, he's moved in right here. The man that has a show, he just slowed by, showed me he's here. He knows I'm doing my YouTube thing. He watches my YouTube. I tell him the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. And he accepts the truth. I just say stuff and I say, does this not sound true? And he says, yes, this does sound true. And you know what? That's a pretty good thing, because if it doesn't sound true and it isn't sound like it resonates as if it is the real actual thing, it may not be, is what I found out to be. Now I'll tell you a story my dad took me to. When little Joe Tromley shot me in the head with that gun, my dad took me to Oregon. Was it that time? No, it wasn't that time. That was a different time. He didn't like what happened that time too with little Joe. That's when they ran me off to Nevada, and they cost me thousands of dollars, the law enforcement community, because I was a victim, and they fucking victimized me by running me off again. And that was Lee Orville Green and Morton, Washington. And I just seen somebody that they said, you're from Morton? And I said, yeah, I am. And I said, right there, that bowling alley. And they said, oh, like that. People fucking know, and people are getting to know me. And, to be honest with you, the law enforcement community does not want the people to know the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth is what I get. I mean, I even have a law officer that comes down here complaining to me that I'm talking to a woman and 3 other officers. And then he takes another angle at me. Then he tells me that they have officers that's up the north too, or up by Stevenson. Well, you threaten the Holy Father's son, the Holy Father's going to come right after you and kill you. He's going to make sure that you fucking made a very deathly mistake by fucking with his kid, because the last time you fucked with him, you hung him up on something and you beat the fuck out of him and killed him. Do you know that? Do you fucking understand me? The Holy Father does not like fucking people that injures and hates other people. He really fucking despises it. And most of you law officers, and I will tell you the truth, you can't handle your job, so you have to wear a gun to intimidate a person. Well, I don't need a gun to tell somebody the correct thing, and all of a sudden when they find out how it is, their lives they'd like to change right in front of me. But whether they're a chameleon when they turn and walk away, well, that's the nature of the beast. How many times have I prayed to the Holy Father You know, you shouldn't make a promise that you're not willing to keep. Well, I've said some things to the Holy Father that I have to come back and I beg and plead because I've goddamn done this very thing that I promised with conviction I wouldn't do. Now, I mean, could I be guilty of these very things that I'm saying? Fuck yes, and that's what's made me humanized. And God will humanize each and every one of you. You may have to lose everything you fucking own before you understand that the Holy Father's in control. Scoop after scoop after scoop after scoop. This great nation. You think you're the greatest nation on earth? The Holy Father is the greatest creation in the universe. And what he creates and destroys, it's his fucking business. What he does, when he does, and where he does it. And when he comes to your town, you'll fucking know. Because it'll be on all the weather stations that's still in existence. And if the Holy Father, you know, I talked about this before. You're breathing my air. The depletion of the air on the earth is happening. You know, and I said something about, I wonder what would happen if God just stopped the earth from turning. I figured everything would fly off the planet. And gravitational thing, and I was thinking that you would have no gravity. Now I hear that the planet's losing all of its magnetic field. I don't know if it's the gravity field, but I do feel that it's quite possibly connected to the very things that I've been saying. If I get mad and I say it so, it will be so. You know, over here this morning I have somebody that's parked near my fucking motorhome. I don't like the fucking situation that I'm in anyway, and I don't ever want no one parked around me again. And I hate your fucking guts for allowing it, okay? And I even told the person, you don't park next to my goddamn motorhome ever again, or you're gonna have a fucking problem. I'm so mad when I start up my motorhome, I put my motorhome in reverse and I back towards his fucking vehicle. I stopped. Well, within safe distance, you know, just to give you an idea. I'll use my motorhome and fucking ram you because they've used their vehicles as fucking weapons, and he says he's got a gun in his vehicle. Do you goddamn understand me? And I hate your fucking guts because you fucking allow it. And these people, I hate their fucking guts because they dare to do it. They got a red fucking vehicle. They say they have a gun in their vehicle too, by the way. You don't threaten the Holy Father because the Holy Father will smash you like a fucking pimple. You'll be just pus. And that's the truth. I don't get on here to fucking make people mad. I tell people the goddamn truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, because I've seen the most deadliest things. And matter of fact, I want to pass those most deadliest things on the fucking people that's bothered me the most, because I want you to goddamn get every fucking thing I have, and I want you to receive the fucking curse that I goddamn did. If you deserve it, you goddamn get it from this moment on. And law enforcement officers that don't do your fucking job, you better fucking listen to this right now. You're just fucking blotted out because you don't fucking believe in Yahshua anyway. You don't believe in the Holy Father, or you would have fucking got busy and just did your job and made yourself look like, goddamn, you could do it so fucking easy because you're standing straight up. And that's the beautiful thing about working for the Holy Father, is you get to stand up and tell everybody the truth every day for the rest of your fucking life. And by the way, the Holy Father will love you for it. Why? Because I would. For people that tell the truth, I fucking love them. Even Veronica, the whore. Hey, I'm telling you, she's a drug fucking whore, whatever. Men have used this woman over and over and over, but they would go walking around going, wouldn't talk to Veronica, nothing. I took an ice cream from Veronica the other day. I talked to Veronica. I told her men fucking Adam died for your sins 2,000 years. Veronica's just fucking happy because Veronica knows what she's been put through. And I told her, I said, hey, was it your fault that all these men was offering you money for your pussy? You know, and you make the woman out to be the bad one when she's got the gold mine. You just want to stick your shaft in her box. Does this resonate like the truth, man? Because you're dirty son of a bitches, and you'll offer a woman $300, $400 for fucking sex. But shh, we're not going to talk about this after the fact. You go down your way and I'll go on my way, man. Hey, isn't that nice? Hey, I know waitresses that work at restaurants, they hook up with some of their clients because, for one, they're big tippers, and fucking number two, that's a nice looking woman ready to serve him a little bit better than in the fucking restaurant. Hey, how about that hairdresser? Boy, Pat Urian always used to go hit on the hairdressers, and I said, he got my Aunt Debbie. She wasn't my sister. I went over with that with Pat. I don't go around fucking my friends' sisters, or I would have fucked Barbie. But Barbie's Pat's sister. And I told Pat, I don't care if you fuck my aunt. I might have got upset if you would have fucked my sister. But then again, you want my sister? Take her off my fucking hands, because now she's your goddamn problem. Because Debbie was never my sister, and she was always there milking me for her fucking mother, Bonnie. Those two women had my mother fucking at fucking right there. They fucking abused my mother just like my mother abused them, and those bitches was doing on the other people too. I fucking hate the bullshit. Bonnie Jean Tobeck, Jerry L. Wright, James Martin Wright, y'all killed people. Even Rhonda Reynolds, the officer Rhonda Reynolds, is connected to me. Rhonda was at my house prior to her death. My mother seen her, and they thought it was a goddamn threat to their whole fucking way of life. And so did the Lewis County law enforcement officers. You goddamn right, like Bruce Kimsey. The Merwins case, right there. The Merwins case, my brother Jerry did it. But they would fucking frame Rick Rife. And, you know, Greg, he died. Greg was my friend. They went after the fucking Rifes. And let's see. And Dennis Hadler, hey, if you would have paid your fucking Coke bill, Dennis Hadler, maybe your folks wouldn't have got snuffed out. My brother Jerry says he hates Dennis Hadler. He hates the Hadlers. And then he tells me, oh, I know who killed those old people, not knowing that I knew that they were fucking related to the Hadlers. And he said there was 3 people involved. And he started saying someone else. And then I found out it was him. And it happened during the same time that he took off from Nevada after getting a check from Farmers Insurance that should have became my money, because it was my property that was damaged in that fucking truck. And I was buying that truck from Jerry and paying the payments on it. You know, but what Jerry did was, when that check came in the fucking mail, he fucking cashed it, and he took off to Washington State. And that check from Farmers Insurance will coincide with Jerry signing it and the Merwins getting fucking murdered. That's right. Because if there's still a paper trail on the Farmers Insurance thing, and Jerry might even still have Farmers Insurance, you know how people will get involved in an insurance company and they'll stick with them for years and years. Well, there you go on that one. But I know for a fact that Jerry Wright murdered the Merwins. Jim Wright was involved, and so was Patty, and they were all 3 in Washington State at the time. And Jim's got to do what he's got to do, or they'll kill their whole fucking family. You know, now Jim's got what they call, what's that called? Where you double jeopardy. Well, Jim comes to me and he says, you know, you can't get tried twice for a murder case. And John, I'm not the one that'll go to prison for Terry Lance Shortridge's murder. John, it'll be you. You're the one that's going to go to prison for Terry Lance Shortridge's murder if you say anything. and they think they have the luxury of holding things over my head. Well, I'm the Holy Father's son, and I want goddamn revenge because they finally came after Matthew Thomas Wright. So there you go. And you got it in a fucking nutshell, and you got it this morning. If you do what's right, it will be acceptable. Just because your fathers did something wrong don't mean you boys should be fucking abused for what they've goddamn done or even follow in their footsteps. You know, you turn over your life to Yahshua and the Holy Father, and you get your goddamn office straight, because, you know, satanic activity. It seems to me it's almost like the good side of evil and the good side of good. You know, and like I said, Friday the 13th, when all this happened and it went like this, every woman on Chatterbait all of a sudden got better fucking looking, gooder looking, more healthier looking, and a lot of people's just goddamn dead and gone now. After the 2014 and all this here stuff, you know, I go back, these here people are gone, they died just before I see them. After I see them, I'm going and seeing people and they're fucking dropping dead on me. I'm like, rest in peace, your life's over now. And that's the truth. And I'll talk to everyone later. I'm sincere. I'm John T. Wright. I'm Adam from Adam and Eve. Adam and Yahshua is one and the same thing. And the Holy Father Son will be back in 4024 on 10/17. 4024. These riffraff people and stuff like this better get the fuck away from us. Because if I associate them with you, you're next. And that's what the Holy Father is Satan and Eve saying. So what you want to do is you want to wash their hands of them, just like I will wash my hands of all of you. And that's the truth.